What used to be a normal behavior but is considered extremely sexual now. Calling people naughty IDK, it has sexual note now. I just call misbehaving children tiny s now. Calling your parents mommy and daddy. Getting on both of your knees. Being thirsty. Some images of fruits and vegetables are ORR. Ah yes, that famous vegetable. Water. Wearing a maid uniform. I'm wondering what things used to be sexual and are now normal. Doctors and nurses roleplay. Bare legs. Women wore stockings to cover their legs because bare legs were immodest. Now stockings are a sexualized item of clothing and no one bats an eyelid at bare legs. Wearing a giant codpiece out in public. I'm imagining a fish costume. And my clothes. According to my grandma. Sticking your hands in your pockets. If that's sexual. My dad told me that when we kids were small. We were playing at a park. My dad went to use the restroom and there was a little boy inside who had an accident and the mom was outside the bathroom not sure how to help. There was no dad there. My dad offered to help get her son cleaned up and she was grateful. This was in the 80s. These days that mom would have gone in the bathroom herself before some strange man came along. Using the word daddy. Urban Dictionary had a funny example of this. Someone's young daughter in 2030. Daddy? Asterisk. Man. Do not call me that. I am father to you. Asterisk. Always makes me chuckle. People keep asking if it's hard or soft. I don't know if this is sexual, but is it sturdy or flimsy? Liking animated movies with animal characters. To be fair, when Lola Bunny exists you know why they invented her. I remember getting an email from a local spa advertising a teen facial treatment. I laughed and showed my wife. She didn't get it. Before modern housing. You'd sometimes have men sleeping with each other just because there weren't enough beds to go around. I think Lincoln did this once that we know of. As well as Richard the Lionheart. Many families used to sleep together in the same room bed in a lot of cultures because the concept of large modern houses did not exist. Using the word PSSY. A cream pie used to be a tasty dessert. It still is. The recipe is a bit different though. Being an actual schoolgirl or even just wearing a plaid skirt FFS. Platonic physical affection between men. I can't enjoy lollipops whenever wherever anymore. Netflix and chill. My friend was named and a few years later an ad made his name be a slang for dick. Who names a kid schlong? Standing around in my short shorts and roller skates. Sucking a banana for hours. Nobody's saying you can't eat a banana in public. But at some point, you've got to take a bite. Having a stepsister. Telling someone that your husband gave you a pearl necklace for your birthday. In 2020. Spanking used to be primarily a means of disciplining children. Edit. To be clear. This is a positive change. Now society discourages the spanking of children and encourages the spanking of your partner. Does this mean divorce is on the rise because of all the corporal punishment? Having a gay time. Forced choking. Goddamn it. Padm. You ever notice how animals like to pile up and sleep on each other? Usually with smiles. Not mates. Like a bunch. Humans don't cuddle platonically. Most humans seem touch-starved as well. The word boner used to have a different meaning in the early to mid 1900s. It used to share the same meaning as bummer or downer. Edit. My bad. It means mistake of up. Also, why did I get 2 wholesome awards? Also. Having feet. Delivering pizzas. Picking lemons lol. Touching people on the shoulder if you're talking to them or helping them with something. Riggs and Lethal Weapon 2 saying I'm gonna your ass to the bad guys as a threat. In ancient Rome. This would have been both a threat and SZOL. One Roman woman famously hired some thugs to pay a man she felt had insulted her. Women's tennis. Sound on. Saying the number 69. Anything cylindrical and rounded on the top is used as something that can be stuffed up a vagina or anus. This has been a thing since the beginning of people. We are a tool using species. Playing with the straw in your cup with your tongue, using your tongue to guide the straw back to your mouth. Felt totally violated when I absent-mindedly did this while walking past a cafe with friends and some guy gutturally went look at her using her tongue on the straw. Imagine the head. What is wrong with people? I'd imagine it would be weirder if you moved your head to the straw though. Yawning? I was probably like 12 when I heard a guy say he always imagined his dick in people's mouths when they yawned, and I've covered my mouth and felt violated every time I've yawned since. I saw people go ape over a car ad with a little girl eating a banana while leaning on the grill. They were angry that it sexualized the little girl, but if you ask me, if you see someone eating a banana and the first thing that comes to mind is sucking cock, maybe you need help. Being a man and talking to children. Funny related story. My son had a speech delay and wasn't talking at 2. We had a speech therapist help him and she taught him to say his first word. So there I am at Walmart, he is in the basket. And he just starts yelling his new word. Help. 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 I thought I was going to get arrested for sure. Lol. Being stuck in a washing machine. Calling kids cute. Eating ice cream. Like I'm terrified of people seeing me lick it. It's even worse if it is cylindrical and chocolate or milk flavor. Ordering dessert. Then, want a piece of pie or ice cream? Now, give in to temptation by indulging in this decadent. Mouth tickling. Better than SX cheesecake. Edit. Dessert. Not desert. Looking someone in the eyes. Hugging another male human person. Nah. This is still okay. I hug my mates all the time. Quick squeeze. Couple of back slaps. Perfectly fine. Hugging. From teachers. Having an interview on a couch. Eating a banana slowly while moaning loudly. Remember. Banana to mouth. Not mouth to banana. In the 50s or something it was normal to give solid dick to someone and it meant to give advice. I doubt there's anyone who would assume you're gonna give them advice if you said you're gonna give them solid dick. Being a nice person. Learning how to tie different rope knots used to be normal until BDSM came out of the closet. How doctors used to check a patient's heartbeat before stethoscopes were made. We know they all want that back. Yeah. I'd want to press the side of my face against a bunch of smelly, sweaty, sick people. Oh la la. 2 men. Or 2 women. Holding hands. It used to be normal but became sexualized. Holding hands with anyone should be normalized. Honestly. I'd love to hold my best friend's hand without being asked if I'm her boyfriend. Booty meat. Smashing. It used to be Austin Powers speak for awesome. Selecting a frozen turkey for Thanksgiving. How? Brothers and sisters acting aggressive with each other for no reason. Literally. Normal horseplay. Like it's amazing how all these 14-year-old hood girls think it's erotic watching a guy be violently aggressive with a woman. But apparently it's a male fetish. They think my older sister and younger brother are married or dating just cause the MF keeps trying to tackle the out of her. Licking your fingers. I just want to enjoy my own KFC but you disgusting people just won't let me. This makes me sad. But a child sitting in the lap of an adult man who is not related. How's the Scroobius pip line go? Comma, thou shalt not think that any male over the age of 30 that plays with a child that is not their own is a pedophile. Comma, some people are just nice. Honestly. A pat on the back for doing a good job. Or shoulder. Men being affectionate or holding hands. Like that. I've seen all sorts of old photographs from the days when it was new and the physical depictions of affection between men were so telling. Your dudes lost something there. Taking pics of your kids bathing. The replies to this prove your point. My parents have got photos of us as babies and kids in the bath because it was a fun happy time they wanted to capture. They've got photos of us running naked around the garden for the same reason. Now everything is sexualized and it's sad. According to schools. Exposed bra straps. Having boobs. Walking behind a woman as a man. Especially at night. Do I slow down? Or do I walk past? Either way I want to die. Walk past. Breastfeeding. Especially if you are a man. Just complimenting someone. One time in school. I said to one of my girlfriends that in my opinion, the brand new dress she was wearing was good looking. Her and her other friends were discussing whether or not it looked good. She responded with, "Stop. You know I have a boyfriend." I wasn't interested in her. I just said what I thought. Having a close opposite gender friend while in a CIS relationship is now sexualized and called emotional cheating. Don't agree with it. Assume it's polarizing. And I'm not sure how it happened, but it's definitely a thing. Bouncing on your best boy's dick. Ask the BBC. Nudity. Particularly at public bathing pools. If you see films from the 20s, many pools were gender segregated and naked swimming was common. What is up with all these sexual questions on Ask Reddit lately? 1. No, not November. 2. COVID times are getting people experimentative, or 3. A combo of both. Moist. 2 girls sharing one cup. It. Warning. If you watch it, it can never be undone. I somehow have managed to never see it. Grateful. I just wanna eat a banana without being judged. Just giving someone a compliment. Dancing. Maybe. Nowadays dancing is just grinding and dry humping. Dancing has always had this reputation and always been simulated sex. Many forms of dance. Not all. It has also always set off the old man yells at crowd. In the Times of London in 1816 we get. The indecent foreign dance called the waltz was introduced. At the English court on Friday last. It is quite sufficient to cast one's eyes on the voluptuous inter-registered sign twining of the limbs. And close-com registered sign pressure of the bodies. To see that it is far indeed removed from the modest reserve which has hitherto been considered distinctive of English females. So long as this obscene display was con-registered sign fined to prostitutes and adulteresses. We did not think it deserving of notice. But now that it is forced on the respectable classes of society by the evil example of their superiors, we feel it a duty to warn every parent against exposing his daughter to so fatal a contagion. Step family members. Being naked around your friends and family. First of all, Homo sapiens evolved a good deal before the invention of clothes. Second of all, there are modern tribes in the tropics that still wear nearly nothing or actually nothing, and you don't see them devolving into an orgy or payfest. Third of all, doctors and morticians don't get excited seeing naked bodies. And if they are, it gets normalized really quickly. My point being, there's absolutely no reason to be embarrassed of nudity in, say, the locker room. And it doesn't have to mean something sexual. It's literally just the body that we exist in. The meat cage that our brains are piloting. And yet somehow seeing each other's skin organs is bizarre. Complimenting a woman on her looks in a professional setting, work. Raising and lowering your bag of freshly boiled tea leaves a few times before you take it out and stir. Showing ankles. No one thinks that's sexual. Unless they are into that. Spooning. God, I love the idea of spooning. Cuddling with your friends sideways. But now I can't do it without it having any sexual undertones whatsoever. Man. I just want to cuddle horizontally. It's way more comfortable. Being hot and a pool cleaner. Wait. Eating a banana. I used to love taking photos of children. In 90s. A photographer took a photo of my brother. In HS. Walking home on the train tracks sweaty and dirty in his soccer uniform. Cleats hung over his shoulder. A guy mailed the photo to us. Either my bro is an idiot and gave his address or the guy dropped it to the school, dunno. Bro came home with it. It was a beautiful photo. My mother was like, who is the creep pedophile? Breastfeeding. This. I hate it when I'm out in public and people look at me like I'm doing something wrong. I have to eat just like everyone else. Whispering. In 6th grade. My math class was really loud for some reason. So when we did birthday celebrations for the other kids, we had to whisper happy birthday instead of sing it. Our teacher had to explicitly state that it was loud whispering. Not SI whispering. I had no clue there was a difference. Taking off your mask. Winking has always been weird. Right? No. It was super cool when your grandpa used to wink at you. It used to be a man could just sit quietly in a chair reading a book. Not anymore. Now I'm staring at him like a drooling femme sloth thinking, ooh ah baby. Yeah. Push those glasses up on your nose. Not long before I'm hopping on screaming, read to me. What did I just read? Is anyone else reading all these top comments? And not being familiar with nearly any of these problems? I am stuck. Breaking both your arms. Kissing someone on the cheek used to be a gesture of friendship. Moved to Europe. Come. I go out of my way to say, I'll come over. Or will you come in different ways? Private messaging someone. Having a stepsister. I swear. Every time I mention that I have a stepsister, everybody be like, what are you doing, step bro?